Sexy, I feel foxy, I feel beautiful, and I am loving how it all looks. Do you see? Can you get into this look? These are clip-in extensions. How come no one told me how gorgeous these clip-ins could look? I was a little apprehensive because, you know, I have that 4C texture, that very tight, kinky, sometimes a little unruly texture. I'm going to show you guys from start to finish how to slay your clip-in extensions. I'll be working with textures 3B, 3C, as well as textures 4B, 4C to show you guys just how versatile it is. And if you wanted to try a texture different from your own, it's super easy. And girl, we are going to do updos, a little braided style, and you can rock it just like this. This is a great way to add more volume, maybe even more length, depending on, you know, what point in your natural hair journey you're at. And to everyone that I met at the RPG show 10-year anniversary meet and greet, thank you so much. I'm going to be featuring some vlog footage at the very end along with subscriber appreciation, and I love featuring you all. So no matter what level you're at, no matter how your style looks, as long as it's inspired by me and you tried your best and you are happy with it, I will feature it. So make sure you tag me on your Instagram photos at pinkvalenciaga_. I would love to feature you. Without further ado, let's get into this clip-ins tutorial. I'm beginning with the 4B4C Kinky clip-in extensions, as these most closely resemble the texture of my natural hair, and based on the length of the weft, it determines the number of clips it has. But prior to installing your extensions, you definitely want to use a conditioning mixture to help detangle the hair. And you may find that the ends of the hair has a little bit of flyaways, so you want to use hair shears and trim the very ends for a neat finish. And if you're interested in a braidless install, I wanted to show you guys the difference in the foundation, a braidless foundation versus a braided foundation, and how it can create different looks and shapes for your afro. So it's definitely something to consider. I highly recommend the braidless foundation for beginners. It's very easy, but I encourage you all to moisturize your scalp as well as massage the oil into the scalp and the hair to ensure there's no breakage at the root. It's super easy to apply these clip-ins. They blend seamlessly. You will use about one bundle for your natural hair. These are incredibly full, high density, very highly textured. Though this was not my preferred method, I believe I needed to do like a braid out for this look. It still came out gorgeous, absolutely full and just voluptuous. But the afro that I fell in love with minimal leave out is when I used a braided foundation. So for my braiding pattern, I just used about 8 to 11 messy braids going straight back. I did have leave out, and I started at the very base of my hairline near the nape, and I began clipping in the extensions that had 3 clips, and I gradually added the extensions going from 3 clips to 4 clips. And it's super easy. You do not want to press the combs into the scalp. This should be something where it's just grazing the very surface of your cornrows. And I spaced the wefts about 1 finger width apart. I was packing the hair on. I wanted to use those 2 bundles to see how full it would look. And a trick that I highly recommend is taking the longest weft that has 5 clips and wrapping it very closely around your leave out. This helps to create ease when seamlessly blending your natural hair. And then I just strategically placed the remaining wefts to fill in the gaps. You want to make sure that you have even distribution of the clips so that you have even fullness. And I'm using the conditioning mixture from before on the clip-ins. This just helps the hair to just mold better and create a beautiful shape. And as you guys can see, my leave out is not blending. My hair is blown out actually. So I'm using that conditioning mixture, which has water, glycerin, sweet almond oil to help my hair revert. And because I want my hairline to be super sleek and I want that parting space to really pop, I'm using a combination of Australian beeswax and Ebin New York's 48-hour extra mega hold, whatever it is. And I'm just going to brush that in and take the hair on the very right side and twist it into the clip-ins and bobby pin it in place. This helps the hair to lay perfectly and stay put. Wrap your edges for about 15 minutes, and this gave me so much life. Now hopefully you can follow me. I created a circle at the center or crown of my head, and I'm going to pin that section down, and I'm going to take the clip-ins, and in an upward orientation I'm going to wrap the wefts or the base of the wefts around that circle that I just created. You have to be very strategic about how you do this. I'm like parting my natural hair in a very messy way so that I can best disguise the clip-ins, because you don't want it to look bulky. So make sure you're wrapping the clip-ins as tight as possible around the center or the crown of your head. And you guys can see, you cannot see the bulkiness. It looks like it's all mine. Now I'm just misting my hair because I want a very textured look all throughout. And so I'm just spraying my hair, and then I'm going to work in my little magic conditioner. You guys, if you want to know about this, I'll link it in the description box, so definitely check that out. And next I'm going to be applying the Australian beeswax and the Ebin New York 48-hour edge control, and just brushing the hair, and it's going to create a nice textured look. And then I'm taking this extra long scrunchie and pulling the ends of the hair through the scrunchie and bringing it downward, and then I'm going to slowly push it up to create an extreme puff. And you just want to secure that in place where it fits comfortably and there's no bulkiness. And unfortunately I had to go back and take out a clip-in because it didn't look realistic. But once I removed that extension, everything flowed beautifully. I used bobby pins to kind of pin the hair in place and to give my frohawk some height. You guys know I love really good height, so that's a major tip. And shaping this with your hands and water is key. And I just twisted the front to give it shape, and to trim it as well, because you guys know I love everything to like come to the center of my face for symmetry purposes. And I just wrapped my edges. This is my gorgeous updo that I cannot get over. Next, I'm using the 3B3C curly clip-ins, and these are not similar to my texture. However, I wanted a nice way to blend them, so I thought braids would be absolutely perfect. I parted my hair in half. It's uneven. You guys know I struggle to part. I wanted to try the Fulani inspired braids, so I just kind of freestyled this. I added in braiding hair very strategically for the first 3 braids that you guys see me complete. It's not too much for the smaller braids. I really wanted it to be kind of a gradual build on the volume of the braid. But once I got to the center, I gelled down the hair closest to the parting space so it looks incredibly neat, combed it to distribute the gel and the beeswax, and then I began braiding my natural hair. And then as I move further back, I'm going to slowly integrate braiding hair along with gold rayon thread. I don't know why I did this. I'm definitely going to try to do something like this and build on this concept with integrating the thread into the braid, because it's gorgeous. I love that peak and pop of color that it adds. But again, I didn't want to do anything that was too intricate. Braiding my hair is already quite the task, so this is a little bit more advanced, especially when you're braiding towards the front. Look at the way my hands, oh my god, my hands look so uncomfortable, but I'm happy I was able to get this done. I don't know how people do this. This is incredible. Now I'm just going to add some leave-in conditioner to the back of my head. I'm not going to braid this. You know, this is definitely a huge cheat if you just want to get this over and done with after you put in all the work in the front. So I'm braiding the hair down at the ends. I'm going to lift up that braid and pin it in place. I'm going to use about 2 bobby pins, and then braid the braids from the top and just tuck them in the back. Literally, this is Shortcut Nation. Adding the clip-ins at this point is super easy. You may think, oh, you have that big bulge in the back of your head. You can barely see it. Once you add in these clip-ins, if you want to lightly finger detangle the hair to add volume, it's super easy to disguise that bump, and you just keep adding your clip-ins. I bulked this up. I used about 1.5 bundles of the 3B3C curly extensions all the way to the very top, and then I created this very small braid, and I wanted to use this to disguise the wefts and to make it appear as if all of the braids are meeting at one central location, so it looks very uniform and kind of seamless. And you just want to pin this within the wefts so it can't be seen on the outsides when the hair lays or when the wind blows, girl. I got you. But this style is gorgeous. I love all of these fun styles that I created. I hope you guys got some inspiration. I wanted to give you guys a bit of vlog footage from the RPG show 10-year anniversary.
We got my diva Wednesday. We got my girl Nicole. We also have the RPG show hairstylist. We got Anthony Cut. I see you guys like him. We also have Touch by Tim. Colors and pearls. There you go. So our second unit is the diamond collection, which is called the Small. This unit is the classic unit with the long black waves. Hi. Thank you. Thank you. Amazing. I'm doing pretty well. Thank you. Look, I wear my glasses and they don't come out like that. Like that's what's up. Oh, you're sick. And I still ain't got it. She don't have no eyes right now, okay? So I'm saying, right here, you using Anthony?
Salon care from Sally's.
How often did I do it? Really like two strand twists? Real good. Then you kind of pick the hair out.
Yeah, taking a video. Try to look at the lens. So I met her at 2 beauty cons ago. I appreciate it. I love you. Your hair is fabulous. I love it. What's your name? Tony. Tony. Yeah. I appreciate you so much, girl.
Yes, indeed. You know something? I learned how to do crochet wigs from you.
Yeah. Tell them what your name is. My name is Lola, aka Slay by Slide.
I love their wigs. I have alopecia myself, and no one would ever know because I always look beautiful with my hair.
I'm going to do a little bit of subscriber appreciation. I hope you guys enjoy this little segment. Tag me in your Instagram photos if you want to be featured at pinkvalenciaga_. I would love to feature you guys. Thank you so much for your support. Be sure to subscribe, give this video a thumbs up, check out myfirstwig.com because they are slaying. Comment below which style would you like to try, and I will see you in my next video.
Sexy girl from Ghana, I know say she want the banana. She text me eggplant, but I know say she want the banana. She dey give it to me when I wake up.